Hello everyone and welcome back to our Sims 4 Warrior Cats Kittens Spin-Off series! Woo! Where we are going to be diving in with even more of the alternative universe ideas of what could have happened if the tales of the Warrior Cats were just a little bit different. And this has been so freaking exciting, you guys, because I have learned so much. In case you guys haven't seen it, I did just put out a video this weekend that told the tale of Warrior Cats from the point of view of someone who read the books almost 20 years ago and has forgotten most of it. Yeah, that person is me. That's me. I have forgotten most of it. To be fair, I could have probably read all the books 2 years ago and I would have forgotten most of it, but I like to imagine that my Swiss cheese brain memory actually allows me to relive things and have a great time being constantly re-surprised by some of my favorite things in life. It's important to have optimism. But in case you guys haven't seen that, we are going to be starting a Warrior Cats reread for the summer! Woo! I'm going to be doing little reaction videos and vlogs and probably try out some shorts, and we're basically going to be having a lot of fun seeing where all of the Warrior Cat stories from the actual books and also our alternative universe kit spin-off series and hopefully even our own Warrior Cat series brought back to life in Sims 3 are going to take us. So this is going to be a wild Warrior Cat summer, and it's all thanks to you guys! It is all thanks to how excited you have been over our Warrior Cats. It has all been because you have been having such amazing roleplay in the comments down below with all of the kits and the potential ways that their stories could have turned out. And basically, it is also because you have been suggesting so many fantastic pairings. So keep it up because I will absolutely adore showering you with all of these little alternative universe stories. Some of you have even gone as far as to start doing art and like little fanfics. I think that's amazing. Fuel that creativity and it will take you far. And today, my friends, we are going to be fueling our creativity with a very highly requested pairing. And I'm going to have to be really careful. I apparently have already been spoiling too much about some of the previous cat videos we have been doing. So I am going to sit like a very broody hen atop all of the secrets of who these cats are. And I'm going to do a little bit of wink wink nudge to those of you guys who actually know who Tallstar and Jake happen to be. And if you don't know who Tallstar and Jake happen to be, fear not, my little egg. I shall roost upon these secrets like the broody hen I shall become, and I shall not spoil you. And you can read the books, or you can join us for my Warrior Cats reread series we're going to be doing, and then you too can find out who Tallstar and Jake are, and then we can go ahead and actually learn about that, and then we can come back to this video and be like, oh, and look at all the adorable kits that they rescued together. So I'm gonna have to, I want to make some comments about, you know, why Jake has a collar on. I want to make some comments about Tallstar and his personality and any relationship he might have with Jake. But clearly I am going to be a good mama broody hen and brood upon all of the spoilers and not let them hatch and spoil things for everyone. So I shall not, and hopefully you guys in the comments can kind of catch everybody who wants to know up carefully with all of those wonderful, carefully curated comments you have been leaving to warn about spoilers. And we're just gonna say that for some reason, these two cats happen to be very much in love. They really, really care deeply about each other. They have been at each other's backs in all of the scraps of life that they have taken on. And they actually are going to be the two who are one day going to be walking down a country road and witness a crime. An absolute heartbreaking crime in which a two-leg car, or excuse me, I should say, in which a monster with two legs inside of it happens to be barreling down a thunder path, and they toss out the window none other than a cardboard box full of kittens. Yes, oh my gosh, if you guys haven't seen it, there is a viral video going around right now about a guy who found 12 abandoned kittens, 12 or 13 abandoned kittens on a country road. And it looks like they were actually from a kitten mill, and they were just unloaded product from a kitten mill. and he just gets out of his car to pick up one kitten, and the next thing you know, there's like 11 more coming out of the forest, and he's been trying to get them like taken care of and fed and rehomed, and it broke my heart, and it also made me remember how important it is to spay and neuter your cats. And yeah, Jake and Tallstar are going to be absolutely shocked. They can't believe the violence of this act, that the monster spat out a box and just yeeted it right into the side of the road and then sped off with the 2 legs inside. And they found in the box some kittens who were very much not doing well. I'm not going to imagine how many kittens may not have made it, but they're going to frantically try to collect these kits, pull them away from the Thunder Path, and do their best to summon help and bring them back to Tallstar's clan, where hopefully the medicine cats and the queens in the den will be able to help revive them. But those little kits are going to have bonded with their heroes, their rescuers, and their new fathers, Tallstar and Jake. So friends, this time around, we're going to go ahead and see what the adopted kits would look like. However, I love this design for Tallstar. Oh, heck, I forgot to tell you where it's from. Heck and heck. All right. MCatRen1, who happens to combine 2 of my favorite animals into one username, created these guys back in like 2017, and I just fell in love with their style. So we might be about to have another alternative universe episode where we actually see what they genetically would look like if they had kids. Let me know if you guys are interested in that. But for now, let's go ahead and let's look over all of the little kits of that car, and who have bonded themselves deeply to Tallstar and Jake. Whoops. Okay, well, that's what their genetic kits would look like. I'm actually supposed to go for unknowns on both of these because we're adopting the kits this time. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys. Oh, I have to get a move on now because this is just so perfect. A mischievous, free spirit, talkative kit who looks so cool. My friends, I would like you to meet none other than Sagehawk. So saith the Warrior Cats random name generator. And I can absolutely just see in this kit's gaze that maybe he was the leader of the kits, the eldest and the largest of the kits who were tossed out of the car. He did his best to keep his siblings alive. In fact, let's raise the stakes a little bit. Sagehawk actually was the kit. We're gonna say that this wasn't a quiet country road. This was actually a big thunder path, a highway. And we're gonna say that Sagehawk and the other kits were yeeted out of the car in a cardboard box into the middle of the highway. And the kits scattered. They were terrified, they were scared, and they were gonna get hit by all of the monsters barreling past. Except Sagehawk, as tiny and as squeaky, does he have a little squeak? Yes, as squeaky as he was, did his best to go ahead and to try to convince his siblings to stay in the middle of the highway lanes in the median, away from all the monsters, until they could find a way through. Even though they were so scared, even though their mother's cries were still ringing in their ears as they were torn from her side. Oh geez, I'm gonna make myself cry. Sagehawk was the one who kept all of the kits there and made sure that they didn't get hit by thunder paths, even if it meant at one point tackling one of his siblings and both of them feeling the rush. In fact, is that how he lost his tail? I think that's how he lost his tail. Maybe Sagehawk lost his little tail because it was crushed by like some of the monsters somehow. Oh my word, as he rescued one of his siblings. And I think that that kind of bravery, as witnessed by a terrified, horrified Tallstar and Jake up along the side of the highway, is definitely what made them decide Sagehawk might have the material to really live it out and be a wild cat. Holy cats. I love him. I love him. All right, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna carry on. I kind of want to make Sagehawk some genetic siblings. Let me just see what that would look like. However, it doesn't play nicely with this kind of genetic sibling set. If I was going to randomize a sibling, yeah, the problem when you try to do it like this is that Sims 4 just freaks out and it's like, oh, you mean use the same coat pattern? No, I don't mean use the same coat pattern. I mean, give me some creativity. All right, moving on to the next little kit. One of Sagehawk's siblings. Wow, it's going to be this cat. Holy cats. Oh my gosh. I wonder if he actually has a hard time seeing. Maybe he was malnourished as a kid and he isn't able to see much. But my friends, I would like to introduce all of you to Thunderdust. And Thunderdust is actually a friendly, aloof, and frisky kitten who I do think relies on his siblings because he has difficulty seeing. But maybe what he can see are very special things that other cats just don't quite pick up on. Oh, look at him. I imagine he was probably one of the ones who kind of like cowered out of the way, just being unable to really sense the monsters were coming from. Maybe that's what made Sagehawk even more worried. Like they have a sibling who can't, they have a blind sibling too. Oh no, I think the history and the past of these kids is just getting like more and more and more dramatic. You guys, I would like all of you to meet none other than Loud Willow. Why her name is Loud Willow, we will never know, maybe, or maybe you guys can help me come up with that name. But she is actually curious, playful, and friendly. So maybe she was just exceptionally loud because she is blind, maybe? And so she was gonna make up with it by being able to make her own sounds. Oh my gosh, no wonder freaking Sagehawk was so stressed trying to keep his siblings from getting like hit by a bunch of these monsters on the gigantic thunder path, because like half of them can't see anything. Oh, can you imagine how it would have been for Tallstar and Jake if they're like frantically in the middle of the road and they're like, hurry up kids, come on. And the kids are like, but I can't see. Oh, that would have been absolutely exhausting. Oh, and we have another kit. Look at his ears. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. All right, so we have another one with interesting eyes, and this little guy's name is actually going to be Half Thistle. I love that name. Okay, so he is going to be clever, mischievous, and a bit of a prowler. He has some beautiful spots. I love his dark ears. He's also missing a tail. I feel like the history of where these kits came from is just one drama after another, as Tallstar and Jake are frantically out of the road. Oh my word. And then, oh, hello, gorgeous, holy cats. Oh, this is one of the prettiest kits I think we have ever had. And guys, this little guy, his name is actually going to be Shred Blaze. Shred Blaze. I have a lot to think about that. I mean, he's going to be spoiled, a free spirit, and affectionate. And this is the first time I have seen the spoiled and affectionate and free spirit come together into thinking, y'all, I think Shred Blaze is gonna be like the player of the clans. He's gonna be the cat who probably leaves behind him a trail of broken hearts and potentially kittens because he is aware of his looks. Let's just say that. Just a bit. Just a bit. And I kind of am here for that. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see when he grows up. He looks so cool. All right, and then we have the final little kit. Let's go ahead and add them in. All right, itty bitty little kitty. Who do we have? Oh, hello. Oh my gosh, we're like missing tails on all of these kittens. And this kitten is actually going to be Bark Willow. So we've got two willows. Maybe they both got their name from something to do with a willow tree, or maybe they had a mentor whose name was Willow. But Bark Willow, I could see a good hunter here. Or maybe, okay, we're an affectionate, like fluffy and friendly cat. Gosh, I could actually, maybe he's almost to be like a den dad or something. He looks really adorable. But all right, as they escape the barreling monsters on the thunder path, Jake and Tallstar look at one another and they realize they are now in charge of 6 very special little lives, like 3 of them who seem like they can't even see very well, one of whom has the makings of a potential Sage Star leader in the future, and one of whom is going to be an absolute just like player. I just sense it. I sense it from you, Shred Blaze. But all right, let's go ahead and grow them up. We're going to roll the dice of destiny so that we can just kind of have a glance at what potential... What happened here? I forgot your tail got run over by a monster while you saved your siblings. Oh my word. Well, yeet. Oh my goodness. All right, Sagehawk looks really, really cool. I love his tiny little nose. And let's see what their life stories may have played out as with the dice of destiny saying we're going to roll once. All right. Little sweater? Maybe he's cozy? Maybe he has fond memories of home, and so he's got just a little bit of a bias towards kitty pets. But also if he's raised by, I mean, also if Jake, who likes to wear a collar for no specific reason, be a good spoiler hen, Seri. Anyway, moving on. I think Sagehawk definitely is fond of kitty pets. That's what I'm going to say about his little story there. Oh, man, this is harder than I thought to keep all the spoilers in. And then Thunderdust is also a hairless cat. Okay, maybe Sagehawk actually, I wonder if when he feels so responsible for his siblings, I wonder if he actually ends up finding a two-leg who can take in some of his siblings because life in the wild is too dangerous for them. Like if Thunderdust is going to get sick all of the time from being out in the wild, maybe he needs to also go ahead and find like a sweet little old lady to knit him sweaters. All right, Dice of Destiny says 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and now he has a little sweater. He was covered in the cold and then he had 2 sweaters. All right, maybe we're gonna find some way to keep him warm on our own. We'll have to see. I could see that being a part of Sagehawk's like desire to become a better warrior and then a better leader. Loud Willow, you're up next, my dear. So sorry that you can't see. Oh, she's so cute. And look at her tail. It has a bunch of kinks in it from my Pikachu custom content. All right, Loud Willow, we're gonna roll 6 times for you. And I've been yammering on too long, so you guys are gonna actually be the ones to decide in the comments her story after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh dear! Oh no! Okay, demon horns, cute little dress, and witch's boots. Look, you guys, I'm not saying maybe she learned how to be a witch cat, but maybe she learned how to be a witch cat. That I could probably have way too much fun with. All right, I've got to move on though. I've taken too long already. Half Thistle, go! You're naked too. Oh no. All right, I think that we do have some special. Maybe they get adopted by a witch. Maybe that's where like the 3 siblings who need the most help from like Sagehawk as they grow up. Oh no, and we lost our tail on Half Thistle. I forgot about that. But maybe where they go is they get adopted by a witch, and maybe she can have some sort of special effect for the cats as the years go by. Also, now we're all toasty warm and we've got little booties on Half Thistle. And apparently Half Thistle is actually hiding some gigantic rabbit ears now. I really have to see that just for a second. I know I've been taking too long. I promise I'll go faster in the future, but... Okay, that was hilarious. All right, and then Shred Blaze, who is going to be the player of all the cats. Well, he's gonna have to work extra hard to be the player since he also is missing his fur. I imagine he has a fur condition and he just spends like all of his time with the medicine cats, rubbing on all sorts of potions, trying to figure out how to make his fur regrow. I could totally see that happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, he's supposed to have a pirate hat on. Sometimes I wish the outfits didn't pop up because, oh, okay. All right, I wish we could abandon that butterfly outfit because a little pirate with a scarf named Shred Blaze. Oh, that would be so cool. Hopefully he can overcome the butterflyness in order to go ahead and become a pirate because that's really neat. And Bark Willow, you are the last one up. Oh gosh, I've gone so long today. Sorry about my friends. Oh my gosh, and Bark Willow is actually missing a ton of fur too. Oh no, these kittens. Oh no! And now Bark Willow's missing a leg? Oh, you guys, we're missing a foot. And our ears have twirled. And our tail has gone extra long. And I think the only cat to make it out of like this whole situation, kind of mostly looking like a cat, is actually Sagehawk. What a rough life these guys have had, but I think that they are going to be in good paws with Tallstar and Jake, and hopefully we'll be able to have all sorts of interesting stories of their own. Shred Blaze! I just love the idea that he spends all of his time trying to get his fur to regrow. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. If you guys could, do please keep all of those amazing suggestions coming in the comments. If you'd like to join us on this and literally thousands more adventures, do please consider subscribing. But most importantly, stay curious, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!